Hello student, welcome to Standard 9th Geography. Let us continue chapter 2nd, Endogenetic Movement. In the previous lecture we have seen the primary waves, the secondary waves. Secondary waves are more destructive than the primary waves, and the third one we have seen the surface waves, which are the most destructive one. Then we have also studied the seismogram, that is the machine where the earthquake is counted. We have seen on the graph itself P waves, S waves, and L waves. Now let us do the activity together. We will take a spring balance. So hang a heavy bag or pouch on the hook of a spring balance as shown in figure 2.13 and pull the bag down and release it. Observe the spring and note the movement. So what do we see? That as soon as we release the bag, it goes up with jerk, as and it goes up to its level. Again it comes down and goes up and comes down with the weight and goes. It happens for several times, and then it goes back to its normal. So number 2, second activity as shown in figure 2.14, make the student stand holding the end of a rope. Ask one student to give a jerk to the rope by pulling it up and down with hands. Observe what happens and note the movement movements of rope. You can also do this by yourself with one rope. Put the other end tied to some object and give a jerk, and you can yourself can notice that and see what happens. So the jerk, when for the first time when you give the jerk, near you the jerk is larger. As the jerk passes towards the end, it goes on reducing. Then the third activity, spread rangoli on a large plate. Flick on the lower side of the plate slightly with your finger. Observe what happens. So when we flick, the rangoli goes upward, flies upward, and again it settles down. So if you give a little more stronger flick, then it flies still higher, and then it settles down. So here we have done the activity. Are they related to these seismic waves? After you complete all the 3 activities given above, compare them with each of these seismic waves and identify which activity is similar to which type of wave. So we have studied different 3 waves, so try to compare it. Let's see the effect of earthquake. Number 1, cracks or fractures develop on the ground. 2, causes landslide, which leads to sliding of rock. So from the mountain, the parent rock, the other outside of the rock, it falls down and it comes down rolling. The third one, sometimes the groundwater changes its course. For example, wells may get water. If the well is dry, it suddenly water appears in it, or if the well has water, the whole water gets disappeared and the well goes dry. The next, some areas get uplifted while some may subside. So some comes up area and the other area goes down. Tsunamis are generated in ocean. Tsunamis are the waves which gets generated in the ocean. These waves are not the normal one, they are more than the normal. These waves can rise up to 20 to 30 feet high, uh, and these waves can cause great loss of life and property in the coastal areas. Uh, I would like to remind you that in the areas at Chennai, near Chennai, this had happened. Tsunamis had occurred, and lot of property uh, and life, I mean the animal and the people were drowned in the Arabian, in the Bay of Bengal. In next, in snow-covered areas, avalanches may occur. So, in the snow-covered area, avalanches occur. Building collapses and loss of life and property occurs. This we know, we have seen through the news, as well as you must have also noticed it. Transportation routes get disrupted. So because of these transportation roads get disrupted, communication system collapses. So these are the effects of the earthquake. Now let us move on to the volcanoes. Hot solids, liquid, and gaseous material are thrown out from the mantle of the earth into the surface of the earth. So, from within, the material comes out. It comes out like a fountain, and it goes up and falls down on the earth's surface. This process is called volcanic eruption. During this process, ash, water vapor, various types of poisonous and inflammable gases, hot molten magma, etc., are thrown out. Along with that, dust particle, ash also comes out. When the molten magma comes out on the surface, it is called lava. On the basis of the type of eruption, volcanoes can be divided into following types. Number one, conical type volcano or central type of volcano. So let us study. During eruption, the molten magma comes out through a pipe-like vent inside the Earth's surface. So molten magma, which comes out from the pipe-like vent, say for example through the pipe, it comes out and then it goes high up in the sky, and then it falls down on the ground in a conical shape. As a result, cone-shaped mountains start forming and conical volcanic mountains are formed. Mount Fujiyama in Japan and Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania are example of central type of volcanoes and conical mountains. The second type is fissure type volcanoes. Fissure means the cracks. During eruption, when the magma comes out not from a single vent but from many cracks or fissures, it is called fissure type of volcanic eruption. So you must have noticed during the summer season, ground gets cracked. Quite a many cracks are developed on the ground in the fields, and through such cracks, this magma comes out. The magma gets sprayed over the ground, and then because of these, the l- landform is created, that is the plateau. So let us see. The molten material coming out with the eruption spreads on both the side of the fissure. As a result, volcanic plateaus are formed. So, uh, in the first type, we have seen central type or the conical type of volcano. There, the mountains are formed. In the fissure type volcanoes, the plateaus are formed. The Deccan Plateau of India has also been formed due to such type of volcanic eruption. So Deccan Plateau, where we are at present, we are on Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is divided into three, that is Karnataka Plateau, then Maharashtra Plateau, and Telangana Plateau. We are on the Maharashtra Plateau, that is part of Deccan Plateau. In this part, my dear student, we have seen volcanoes and its types, that is central type or conical type of volcanoes, and fissure type of volcanoes. With these, mountains and plateaus are formed. See you and goodbye.